Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Chantele. And we're here to rate these players from Survivor 34.
Another week of ratings, but first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.
I said 34. I meant 43.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
The Amazing Race is 34. This is 43. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways.
Good catch. You know. Oh my gosh. You know what, guys? How is everybody? I am a hot mess. How about y'all?
I'm slightly hot messy for the fact that I didn't remember what season number we were on, but I'm happy to be talking about Survivor with you. I don't talk about Survivor on my own channel this season, so it's nice to get my Survivor fix out. And so, yeah, I can't wait to hear your thoughts about this episode.
Right.
A lot went down that I have opinions about, and I can't wait to hear yours.
This episode, I feel like everyone has opinions, but first, let's bring on our guest. If you watch The Circle, you know him and you love him. I'm excited. For the first time on Nerdtainment, Shooby!
Oh, wow, Sarah, how are you both? Stoked to be here.
We're so happy to have
Starstruck.
you.
Oh, I know. It's so funny because I was telling Sarah I watched Sarah when she was recapping The Circle, so it's super cool to be here. I'm stoked.
Did I come on with her for any of those? I can't remember if I did that season with you at all.
It's so hard to remember that Chantele and I have only known each other for a year.
Oh, it's okay. Wow. So it was 2 years ago then. Okay.
Yeah. 2 years ago, but
Chantele and I feel like we've known each other.
I really do. I don't remember. I don't know my life without you, Sarah.
That's right.
It's great.
But oh my gosh, I met Shooby in person recently. We got to chatting, and so now I'm excited. I'm sucking you in to Nerdtainment.
No, thanks for doing it. Super excited.
What is your Survivor history? Do you love it? You obviously watch it, but tell me more.
Yeah, no, I've just been stoked about Survivor for my family and I, my parents and I. We've watched Survivor since day one. So I think the 2000s when it came out, we would just always watch it when it was on Thursdays. I remember it was a big thing when it moved to Wednesdays. But yeah, we're huge Survivor fans. Just love it.
Yay! Well, let's all chat first before we dive into. Well, let me remind everybody: ratings is dice. We give out 1 through 5 dice. 1 being the game, 5 being amazing gameplay. But before we dive into that, let's talk about who got voted out, since we're obviously not going to give Janine any dice this week. Shooby, are you a fan of Janine's? Were you sad to see her go? Was this the right vote out?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to give a huge shout out to Janine because she's a San Francisco local as well. So she grew up from the Bay. Go Warriors. Yeah, I really like Janine. I think she was really down to earth, and it was unfortunate that she was on the wrong side of the vote for the last votes before. But I think she knew what was happening, but it was just it was sad to see a fellow Bay Arean go. But she'll always be there in spirits.
Yes. It was real sad to see her go. Chantele, what did you think?
I mean, we kind of figured that this was most likely going to happen. And I think it just was really unfortunate that she didn't play a better game. I think that she wanted to play a better game, but I don't think that she knew how to, and she wasn't really able to gain any sort of leverage. I think now we could say that she should have used that idol on saving Ellie. I think that would have, at this point now, we could look back, it would have saved obviously her Ellie's game, but it might have given her an opportunity to gain some footing in the game, have a little bit more information. It would have shaken things up. I can't remember who they would have taken out instead at that point, but I just wish that she had played her whole idol thing completely differently. And unfortunately, she leaves the game thinking that Dwight has her idol in his pants.
Oh my gosh, this reveal when we discover Dwight had passed it on. Do we even know why Dwight passed it on to Jesse?
I think he just felt nervous having it. It's kind of what he was saying. He's like, oh, I feel too nervous having it. So I don't know.
It was like a game of hot potato.
Yeah. Maybe he thought he'd be voted out if he had it. So he's like, oh, I don't want this.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Well, I was excited for Jesse. Good on him. What? That was bonkers. But yeah, Janine obviously never got to use it, so would have been nice if she had.
Yeah,
And
I also
that
thought it was
person.
super cool with her. Like, even though Ellie was voted out, she did show a lot of loyalty to someone, even though she knew she was kind of in the hot seat, especially after like Gabler was saying, when they all merged, what happened. But yeah, it would have been fun to see her play that idol
Oh,
for Ellie. Would have shaken it up a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Janine's last few weeks have just been really, really sad. But I don't think that this was the move for some of these people who made this move, and they are going to lose dice tonight because of it.
I don't have many good dice scores this week, personally. I'm not too impressed by the gameplay of many.
No, I think a few people made some mistakes this episode. So let's dive right on in. Oh, I didn't pull up anybody's pictures. We know what they look like now, guys, right? We know who they are.
Sure.
All right, Cassidy. Beautiful Cassidy. Chantele, are you able to start us out again?
Okay.
Or shall I?
No, you shall. You shall.
Okay. I'm going to start us off with Cassidy. Look, Cassidy, she vocalized a lot of what we've been trying to say lately. Why are we taking out all of the women? Except that every vote has made sense. I get it. And she said that, and I appreciate that. She was like, I get what we're doing, but why are we still doing it? Ryan needs to go. She made some great arguments. She had the smarter plan, but she was unable to make it happen. That was really frustrating to see. So I just have to kind of stick her here in the middle and give her 3 dice. Her brain is there, but she doesn't clearly have the agency to make things happen.
So I wanted to give her 3 dice, and I definitely appreciate the fact that she recognizes that, you might want to keep the women together because they're being picked off one by one. And I agree. Yes, like it seemed like all these votes made sense, but it was really easy for that to make sense. Like couldn't you have made sense for a man to go on some of these votes? So I think I had to deduct a dice from her because of the fact that she wasn't able to get what I think was a stronger plan for her and the other 2 women that are going to be left into the game. I think it would have been better for them to have gotten out Ryan or another man. And so for that reason, that she didn't get what I think was best for her to happen this episode, I'm going to have to knock her down to 2 dice.
Wow.
2 dice. Yeah.
2 dice. 2 dice for Cassidy. All right, Shooby.
I like this. This is like Yahtzee, with all the dice. This is great. I really like Cassidy. I think there was a line a couple episodes that really stuck out with me where she's like, sometimes you have all these big people who are saying it really loud, but I'm gonna come in there like from a chill person side and just say things really like non-threatening, just like a relaxed way. So I think she's doing really well at that, and I think she had a high game awareness with how this vote would be wrong for a lot of people. It didn't work out for her, and I agree. She doesn't have the agency at this point, but because of the game awareness she has, and I think she has built some bonds, I'd give her a 4. I'd give her a 4.
You bump mine up to a 3, basically. Okay.
All right, 4 dice. That is all over the map. I don't know if we've ever been.
It's kind of fun, a little.
Yes,
totally fine. I mean, I can see why she she definitely has an understanding of what's going on, and she's saying the right things to the right people, but the fact that she's not able to get what is best for her across, I couldn't go that high for her, and I just feel as though she should have tried harder in some sort of way to get what she wanted across, and so that's why I deducted her from a 3 to a 2. But I understand liking her and having some high hopes and giving her that 4. Just for me, I just think that she needs to do better because I don't think that she's in a good position for the coming weeks.
Well, Shooby is more in touch with the audience. They averaged out giving her 4 dice.
Get what, a high 3?
Nope, she gets a 3.
Nice.
Yeah. So she gets to average out at 3 dice, which is, average in the middle. I think that's fitting. We definitely want better for Cassidy for sure. Okay, Cody's up next, Chantele.
Well, Cody. I'm so surprised by how much agency he does have in this game. Like, people listen to Cody. Like, he basically said this is not what's happening, and all of a sudden the entire vote changed, and Janine's gone. And so I'm impressed by that. He doesn't have an idol, but he has a lot of power in this game. And so
I think
sorry, he does have an idol. Jesse still has it in his hand, but like,
yeah.
But the fact that Noel did out the fact that he has the bees, whatever, like that hasn't come up yet. So that's interesting. And so he has a lot of power. And so I think for this episode, I'm gonna have to give him one of the top spots with 5 dice.
5 dice for Cody.
I give you 5 dice. Like, he didn't like what was going down, and he got what he wanted to happen, flipping every single person that was willing to change their vote to Ryan. They change it to Janine. So I'm impressed by that. So let's go, Cody. 5.
Let's go. All right, Shooby, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I completely agree. I would give Cody a 5. I remember he's like, oh, didn't you say earlier, like, oh, they're a salesman, we can't trust salesmen.
Yes.
No, I think Cody's playing a great game. I remember in the merge episode, also they were saying, like, so many people on his tribe were saying, I don't want to vote Cody out. I feel really close to him. So he built great social bonds, and people are vouching for him at this point. And I think, the way he just commanded that vote at the last minute was impressive. So I'd give him a 5 as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to get everyone. You guys, my camera is just falling, so I'm holding it with one hand and trying to put your chat up. Isn't this fun? Fun times. I 100% agree. Cody is 5 dice for me. I love him so much. I've loved him from the beginning. Would I be voting him out if I were in this game? Absolutely. He needs to go. But he, without like a snap of a finger, basically, he was like, no, vote should go back to Janine. And just like that, everybody was like, okay. I mean, he clearly has complete power over everybody right now. And also he's come in second to win immunity the last 2 weeks, which could be bad if they were like, oh, he's controlling the vote and he's almost winning immunity every week. Like, again, I would be voting him out, but that's all power right now. So he gets 5 from me. The audience is slightly not as high. They gave him 4, but that averages out to a high 4. So he gets 5 dice.
Oh, I love. Oh, so if it's it averages up. I like that.
Yeah. Well, because you can't half dice or anything.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh my God! Literally, what am I doing, y'all? I'm so sorry. I left my tripod when I traveled, and now this is a mess. I'm gonna probably have to step out of frame and fix this for a second.
Like MTV Cribs with the shaking.
Yeah, right. It's like docu style. I hope I'm not making anyone seasick. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 1, 2. Okay, so Gabler is up for you, Shooby.
Ooh, Gabler. I really like Gabler. I like he's repping the older people, and I think he is very impulsive, and that's really fun to watch.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember this episode. What my only thing is, I get him wanting to get Elliot out because there were certain moves where it could have, with the bag, it could have been seen from his perspective that Ellie was going to go after him eventually. I do think also just them going internal for going after another person in their tribe is a bit tough. The tribe has spoken. There's only 2 of us left.
We snuffed her.
I really like Gabler. I just think this time just voting out someone from their original, I think it'll make his post merge a lot tougher, right? So I think him getting rid of the second person on their yellow tribe is just going to make it tougher for him to go deep into it, especially with that win he got, that immunity win.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was that recent, the one where he won, just where he won?
Last week, yeah. Not most recent week, but the week before.
But I will say that where he won that was super impressive. Like, that was a tough immunity to win, and he won. So I would say because of that, given that, God, I feel like I'm giving everyone high scores. But
you're going to give him a high score? What?
I thought the immunity win was super impressive.
That was No, this
Okay,
is this week.
I really like Gabler from a business standpoint, which is voting for someone on his tribe again. I would give him a high 3. So
A high 3. Okay.
A middle 3, but low to a 3. So
Okay.
I like him. I like Gabler. It's just, how about you, Chantele?
I respect your Paula Abdul stance here with like giving everybody super high and positive feedback, positive scores, but not Alex Sarah. Still being able to present dice. Yes. Okay, this is more your angle a little bit.
Which cameras? So
switch cameras. I getcha.
Okay, so
Sarah, the camera has spoken. We thought
we're like.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it's your turn. Then.
Okay. Yeah. I heard all of that, and I'm glad you landed on a 3. I was worried that you were going very high. He's not getting a 3 from me. Look, in this episode, he was trying to mend relationships, which is great. That's exactly what you should be doing. But he needed so badly to be on the right side of the vote that he, in my opinion, voted out an ally, and that was really bad for his game. So I am dropping him down to 2 dice. I think that he is trying, but these are not smart game moves. That's where I'm at with Gabler.
I'm more in alignment with you, Miss Sarah, because I think so. Remember a few weeks ago, like I didn't necessarily think it was a good idea for him when he was safe at the Murgatory episode, when Ellie was somebody that was on his original tribe, that they just wanted to stick together and keep their numbers together for a little bit, for a little while. That's why they wanted to keep the 5 alive, is because, or was it 4 or 5, however many of them that went to Murgatory, like so that they would have some power in numbers. And Gabler allowed for the fact that like Ellie and him, he heard about the going into the bags and all that stuff, and he allowed that be the opportunity to take out somebody who at that point needed him in the game, needed those numbers. And I know we're saying like, okay, get her now while you have the chance so that she doesn't get you later, but I think that he made that move too soon, turning on his own tribe, his original yellow Baka tribe, and now he's immediately starting to lose numbers and lose power and be on the outside of the boat, because they saw these fractures within this group, and so the other 2 groups banded together, and now they're taking them all out. And so for that reason, I think he started the downward progression of the failure of the Baka tribe. I'm going to have to agree with you, Sarah, with that 2. I'm giving him not a 1 for the fact that like he does seem to be talking to people. People are still willing to work with them. Janine was willing to still work with them, even though he did take out Ellie, or was, one of the driving forces there. But I think that he could easily be next after Owen. If Owen wins immunity, he'll be out next. Like, I don't see anybody really fighting for him to be there. And so for that, I agree with you with a 2.
Yeah, audience is also going to agree with a 2, so he is going to average out with 2 dice. Boy, Gabler has like kept us on our toes. Like he's been up, he's been down.
I would love to see the dice. Yeah, graph.
We need to make a graph of dice. If I can make them tumble, even better. All right, James is up next for me. Back to me. I don't know about this, James. Oops. I don't know. Every week I feel differently about him, but this week I was feeling less about him. He overplayed with Owen. This whole during immunity when he was like, Owen, go ahead, step out. Don't worry, you're protected, when they're clearly not working together. Okay. They're clearly not working together. It's falling apart.
Is that the other camera?
Yeah, it's all just on the floor now. They have no working relationship. The fact that you thought you could say that is ridiculous. I didn't like that. And even though it looked like he was willing to change his vote, I don't know. He doesn't. I don't know. I got nothing to say except that maybe he's a 3 dice. I don't know.
I see your 3.
You see?
I'm not raising you anything because I do not think that he played this week well at all. Definitely in that immunity challenge, I was like, okay, that was probably a game losing line that he said to him. Like, you're protected.
Yes.
Like, oh no, don't worry. Owen, you step forward. You're protected. Like,
No.
what do you think, he's dumb? Like why would you even say that? And so I thought that was really bad. I thought the fact that he didn't even listen really to Cassidy at all, being like, hey, like, I don't feel great about the fact that, like, we're only taking out men. Only 2 men have left this entire game and the rest have been women. Like, there's only going to be 3 women left after that. Like, I just don't feel comfortable about that just as a person playing this game. Like, and he didn't really listen to that, and that kind of bothered me a little bit too, to not have maybe even a little bit of a conversation. He was just like, no, it's this way, and like, we're doing this, we're keeping Ryan. It's like, I don't know. I thought he played terribly, and so he also gets a 2 from me this week. Not even a 3. He gets a 2. I didn't like his gameplay at all this week, even though he's on my team. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, like your draft picks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Who do you guys have for your winners? Just sorry, I don't know if this.
Well, we'll still get to my winner.
Oh, okay.
Probably. I'll mention it then when I talk about that.
Yeah, I love that. No, I hear you both. I'm actually gonna rate. I think you both gave 2s, right?
I gave a 3.
No, you gave a 3.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna follow suit with the 3. I think I think James' position has slowly gotten a little bit weaker as the episodes have progressed. I just think he's a little. Maybe he's not. I don't think he has a pulse on what's happening with the game dynamics anymore. I think the Owen thing was just, I don't know where his thoughts were. But I will say I give him the bump up to a 3 because he at least showed a willingness to change that vote last minute.
Ish.
Yeah, he did seem understanding and receptive, although it didn't really pan out. I don't see him getting to the end now. It just seems like I think he's lost that footing unless he gets back into the tribe and really starts to make bonds. But I would give it a 3. I'd give James a 3.
Yeah. The audience agrees with a 3. Yeah, I used to think that James had a bit more agency in the game. He was paired up with Carla, but I think that he has maybe rubbed some people the wrong way. Definitely Owen. Owen's definitely onto it. And Cassidy, even though she was aligned with him, I don't feel like she's digging him much anymore. So he is going to average out to 3 dice with that. Not long for this game, I don't believe.
I don't think he's the winner, to answer your question.
Yeah, for sure.
Jesse, Chantele, to you.
So one thing that I'm not sure how I feel yet about Survivor's editing style this season is kind of like they are just trying to surprise us as opposed to telling us the full story. And so I'm kind of like, sometimes I want to see the strategy instead of having a surprise vote at tribal council and be like, oh, I didn't know that was coming. I'm like, sometimes I want to see how we get to certain places.
Right.
But I would have to say that the reveal that Jesse had Janine's idol was bonkers. I squealed with delight.
Bravo.
And you know that I love a hidden immunity idol because they're hidden. And hidden immunity idols allow you to actually win the game. We saw with Marianne's hidden immunity idol, she was able to leverage that as to one of her game winning, hands that she had. And so I feel as though him gaining this idol that nobody has any clue that he has other than poor Dwight on Ponderosa. I think he's in a really good position to win the game. And I don't think he's going to tell a soul about it. Yeah. He's also holding Cody's idol. I think he will give it back to Cody. Yeah. But if Cody ends up going out and he has it in his pocket still, that could be pretty cool too. Who knows? So I think that he's in a really good position. I think that he's always in the know with what's going on with the vote. He seems to be really, really agreeable as to if somebody wants to go this way, okay, let's go this way. And okay, want to go that way? Okay, let's go that way. It seems like he's very, very flexible, but also still gets what he wants to have happen. He has a lot of power and he's aligned with the right people. I don't see him going anywhere. I am giving him 5 dice. 100%.
Woohoo!
100%.
Wow. Bam, bam.
100%. No, like 100%.
100% 5 dice. Shooby, do you feel as high?
Yeah, I think Jesse's playing a great game. The fact he's getting idols, and I think also the way Jesse talks, it's very friendly and down to earth, and he comes from like it's very non-threatening when he's talking to people in Survivor. I also think his positioning is really great because I remember in the pre-merge, like him and Dwight were super close, but the fact that he was willing to vote him out shows he has so many alliances across the board that he feels comfortable with. I think this vote was good for him, right? It wasn't someone on his pre-merge tribe. I think he has the idol. Not many people know about it. Yeah, so I would just say the only thing is just because he didn't control, or you know what, because he wasn't the one driving this vote, I would give him a 4. But overall for the game, I'd give him a 5. For this week, I'd give him a 4. But in general, he's a 5 for me.
Okay.
Well, what do you want me to give him this week?
A 4.
A 4?
4.
Okay.
I don't know if these are for the week or like the Q.
Well, you get to do what you feel.
I'll do 4.5, but
so that's a 5.
it's on the dealer. The dealer has to pay.
Well, I'm gonna stick with your 4 because don't worry about him is all I'll say. Look, y'all know how I feel about my Sagittarius, Cody and Jesse. I love them so much, and Jesse's now paired up with Carla. Yeah, I think that even though it looks like Cody ran this vote, I think Jesse's right there in his ear. And I think that Jesse was like, cool, yeah, I agree. Let's go with this vote. And the fact that he has this idol, yeah, oh my God, edit, brilliant, loved it. And he's holding it. And he just has it. No one knows. And he's smartly going to keep that a secret. Yes, all above. Love it so much. So he obviously gets 5 dice from me. The audience also gave him 5 dice. So he's averaging out at 5. Don't worry, Shooby.
I'm actually going to 5, honestly.
You got dice bullied.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi was a little sketchy, so I 5 across the board. Wow, all 3.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Morris B. Much love to all of you there as well.
Morris, we love Morris. Yeah, I'm surprised we've got 2 of these already. Cody and Jesse averaged out at 5. That's amazing. All right, Carla is up next. Shooby, you get to start us off with Queen Carla.
Queen Carla. Yeah, again, I just feel like I'm giving so many. I'm gonna give her a 5 also. Like, again, I think she has great bonds across the board. I do think this Janine vote wasn't detrimental to her just because it was on a separate pre-merge tribe and she has friendships. I think from what I recall, she's really good with Jesse. She's really good with Cody. And I think the opposing side, like Owen's side, they don't see her as the threat on that side when it comes to both sides coming after each other. And I think she has a high awareness of what's happening. So I'm gonna say 5.
All right. Don't get mad, everybody, but I'm actually going to go down to a 4.
Oh, wow.
Carla is still the queen. Don't get me wrong. I love her so, so much, but I did not feel like she was as involved in this vote as she has been. And yes, I get it. She is doing a really good job of like keeping her power under the radar. She is not making herself a target. I think she's playing this very, very well. And we know she has more pull than she's taking. But the fact that she had that conversation with Cassidy and Cassidy was like, girl, you know we've got to do something here. And she didn't. She sided with the guys, made me sort of just go, all right, a 4. Like, she's obviously still a very, very strong player, but I couldn't give her a 5 this week.
I feel like you're in my head for this one, Sarah, because I agree with you on every level as to Carla's game this week and her position. I don't think it was best for her to let go of Janine. I don't know if Ryan was the better choice, because Ryan was from her original tribe, and so if they want to keep their tribe strong, I can understand her being like, okay, we're still keeping our original Coco tribe strong. So I can understand being convinced that we should keep Ryan, but I do feel as though eventually the guys might decide to turn on Carla for the fact that she does have this power, that people do all come to her. If they kind of figure that out, that like, oh wait, Carla has everybody telling her what's going on, and like she's in the know, and like, oh, that's dangerous, like they might just gather the numbers and turn on her. And so it just worries me that she's not protected a little bit better now. It seems like with losing Janine, that she's starting to lose a little bit of her numbers and of her power. And so I worry for Carla. And so I think that she's still in a pretty good game position. She's always been voting with the right side of the numbers. I do think her stepping forward for the immunity challenge, it kind of also shows that she doesn't feel as though she needs to win immunity. I know she hurt her hand and she's trying to be a team player, get the rights for the group. And Jeff has this new, like, oh, we start at 5, we no less than 5. All these new things that he's introducing to them. Fine. But it kind of shows that she doesn't feel like she's in a dangerous position, and people might be like, hey, maybe we should take out Carla here because she thinks she's in such a powerful position. So I'm agreeing with you, Sarah. She gets a 4 this week. Love her still. I still think she's a 5-worthy player, but this week, 4.
Yeah, and she's gotten 5s from us most weeks. Yeah, man, they better not come for her soon. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
we will be irate.
You know who would be doing it, right?
Yeah, Cody's gonna come for her. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're definitely gonna take out her Cassidy. They're gonna take out Cassidy, and they're gonna take out James. And that is, although I think Carla and Jesse are a good duo, like, we don't want Carla to lose all of her numbers, right? Like, we need her protected. So I'm very, very worried. The audience, though, they gave her a 5.
So 5 still, I think.
Yep. That averages out to 5 dice. So she is still sitting pretty. 3 people with 5 dice. This is rare. Rare. Okie dokie. Who starts us off here for Noel? Is it me?
Ooh, yes.
No, Shubby. Shubby, you are Noel.
Noel? Okay. I'm just trying to all the episodes. Yeah, Noel, another person. I think, I think everything she's doing for representing, all these people who look up to her, like, it's very, I think what she's doing for so many people is incredible, and she's an inspiration. I think this week, I don't think getting Janine out was the best move for her, but I don't, I don't think it's just hard because sometimes in episodes you don't see like certain players. So I didn't see her as much as the episode before. I don't think she has as much power as I thought she did last week with the agency stuff, but I really like it. So this is hard. I'm gonna, my emotion is taking in here. How I like her a lot. So I'm gonna give her a 4. It's like a 4, even though I don't, I didn't see her this week, but I would give her a 4 just because her overall, but I don't think this vote put her in a better direction to get to the end.
Yeah, no, I'm going to agree with a lot of things that you said and not the number.
For sure.
Unfortunately, Noel is not, I don't think she's sitting pretty at all.
Oh, no.
They had a moment when this underdog group here could have made something happen. And had they not lost a number this week, they still had the potential to get themselves in a better position. But instead, they ate one of their own and they are now going to be in a worse place. I am very upset with Noel for this path that she took, just like I was upset with Gabler. She is going to get a 2 from me. I don't see how she is going to get any power. I think she has missed that opportunity. And unfortunately, she's just going to be there until they can get her out. That's where I am.
She voted with the numbers though this week, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it did show that like she was looped in. It was probably from Sami, I would assume. I'm not sure. Well, no, I don't know who looped her in. But so she didn't know how the vote was going to go. But I think that she should have maybe figured out a way to use her steal a vote and get the numbers in her favor. I don't know what she's hoarding the steal a vote for, because it's only really useful in like last week's situation where you have like very close numbers and you have some people that are willing to flip, and you can say like, hey, I'm going to use my extra vote. Or is it an extra vote or a steal vote?
Steal a vote, which is basically an extra vote for
but
you.
It's better because you're taking away a vote for somebody that's going to be voting out Janine. And I would have 1,000,000% have used it there. This is the only time I think she's really going to get to use it, because now Janine's gone, and I just don't know if they're going to be able to have another opportunity right now before she gets voted out, basically. And so I agree with you, Sarah. I think she missed the opportunity to leverage that vote that she had to gain some power in this game. Like, she lost a huge opportunity and she's just letting numbers go. She didn't know about Dwight going, and then now she loses Janine, and now she's looped in, but she's probably going to be next, because it doesn't seem like Cody really wants, or well, like, I don't know what Cody and Jesse are going to be doing with her, but I don't know if they cared about to protect her really. So yeah, I don't have that high hopes in her game at this point, because I think she lost her big opportunity to gain some control. So I agree with you, Sarah. Two dice.
2 dice. I mean, the thought that they were so worried about being on the wrong side of the vote again trumped making a move. I just don't get that. Like, if she had used her steal a vote, they would have surprised the strong 7, boom, got one of them out, and then said, ha, take us seriously. We're not just the people you're picking off. That would have not only been so entertaining for us, but it would have been smart for all of their games. So the fact that they were like, oh, let's not rock the boat, let's just get on the right side of the vote, is just
scared.
No,
scared.
I don't like it at all. All right, you said a 2. I said a 2. Shuby said 4.
Ooh,
the audience said 3.
Oh, good.
So,
averages the 3, I think.
Yes, so she's gonna get 3 dice all across the board there, or from all of us. Oh, you're on Gabler? Okay. Nick's watching on a different time than us. Okay. Alrighty. Owen is up next, and I believe it is my turn. What did I say about you, Owen? He won immunity. I always give out dice for winning immunity. That's really impressive. And I loved his edit this week. We got a package about his childhood. We saw him being the target. We saw him winning and just having that super fan moment of, you know, Jeff putting the necklace on you. That's just so great. He's totally on to James and saw through that whole shenanigans. And he got himself on the right side of the vote. Do I think it was a good idea? No, it was not. You voted out an ally. I'm mad about that. So I can't go too high for him, but I'm going to give him 3 because he won immunity, basically.
So you're asking before who I thought who could be the winner of the season. I'm actually thinking that this moment, this edit this week could be Owen's winner's edit.
Oh, here. I love that.
Because of the fact, like, I'm not going to rate him very high this week, because for what happened this particular episode wasn't necessarily the best for his game if I'm just looking for the evidence that I've been given game-wise. But I feel like how they are showing his kind of evolution, Like, I just think it would be bad storytelling to show that, like, he was bullied and feeling like not a part of, high school and growing up and feeling like an outsider. And then, like, he had an amazing episode, obviously winning immunity and is able to be, as you said, on the right side of the numbers. But I just don't see him being taken out next. I feel like that's just story-wise, it just doesn't feel good for me for them to kind of make me want to be rooting for him. So right now it feels like they're creating this underdog character in Owen that is going to overcome the whole David versus Goliath. This is David coming against that strong 7 and it's going to take them all out. So I feel like this is the emergence of his winner at this point. But for this particular episode, I'm going to have to give Owen a 3 for the fact that he's not in a better position than he was before. I think that it was amazing that he won immunity, so I did bump him up from a 2. I've been quite harsh this week to a 3 for that reason. I don't think he should have voted out Janine, so he's definitely not going to get some dice there. Love the fact that he is not going to take James and is actually thinks it's incredulous how James is like treating him and speaking to him. I think that that's great, but it looks like he's going to have to win out for at least the next immunity challenge to be able to stay longer in this game. So I'm worried for him, but I do feel like edit wise, he could be on a winner's journey. But this episode, 3 dice for me.
3 dice. Shooby.
Ooh,
5 dice from Shooby.
Look, I love Owen. Owen's my guy. I think he's a great guy. I think also, Chantele, to echo you, I think he is one of my winner picks. I think a lot of people could win this season, but I think he's definitely one of them. I thought it was so sweet to see his upbringing and his family. That was so cool to see, and I really liked how he saw through that immunity that was happening. I think Owen, for me, I feel like he could rally the troops. I think, when these big people start to dominate these votes week after week, I think a lot of people on the outside are going to start to see, we got to do something. And I think Owen could be the one that spearheads that, especially if he has Sami by his side from the Yellow Tribe. I think those two could do some damage together with getting some people on the outskirts. I think Owen will be a target, but I do think he has the ability to overcome that. So I would give him a 4. I would give him a 4. Yeah.
You're so nice.
I just think, it's cute. Yeah. I'd give him 4. Yeah.
Well, the audience gave him 3, so he is going to average out at 3. I mean, I agree. I think we enjoy him as fans. Like, I enjoyed him when he was a curmudgeon early on, but now we're like, okay, he's got his head in the game. Like, he may not be in a power position, but he sees what's happening. So that at least gives me hope that he might be able to make something work down the road for sure. All right. We just have a couple more left here. Ryan, Chantele, start us out with Ryan.
Oh, gosh. I feel like I'm really mean today. I don't know if I woke up on the wrong side of the bed or not, but Ryan, I just do not see him winning this game. I just don't see how it's possible. Not with the players that are left. The fact that he was like, "Oh, who are you voting for?" Okay, great. I'm gonna go fishing for 4 hours. Like that to me is not a game-winning strategy. I mean, I get it. Like, oh, you're not gonna take out the provider, but no, you're going to need to strategize, talk to people, to put yourself in a better position. So I'm just not sure what game he's playing. And I'm always looking for the strategy, and he doesn't provide me any sort of strategy. So I just don't see how he could possibly win unless people would just end up being so mad at the person that takes him to the final 2 or final 3, and they just give it. I don't think they would do that. I actually don't even think that they would give him the win if they hated somebody that was sitting beside him. So I'm not going to go as low as some of these 1 givers here. I understand your ones, but he's still being protected by Carla and the rest of Coco to a certain extent. And maybe Carla wants to keep Coco numbers strong, even if it means getting rid of Janine. So it's potential that they're keeping that original tribe together still. And so having that on his side right now, even though he doesn't know it and he's not really leveraging it, I'm going to give him a 2.
2. All right. That's fair. Shooby.
Yeah, no, shout
5
out
dice.
that comment was so funny. No, it's with Ryan, it's like a throwback to Rupert, going out to the water for a while. Yeah, 4 hours is a long time, I feel like, because every minute counts, but 4 hours is like you're chilling and you're out.
Isn't he nervous? Like, I would be so nervous to be away from camp for that long.
Maybe he's so confident that he just goes out there. Look, I think he did. There was one frame where he caught a lot of fish, so I'll give him that for the time he was out there.
Yeah, right.
I don't see a path. We have fish.
Really, just a nice soul, and it looks like he's enjoying his time out there. He'll have memories for a lifetime.
Right.
It's true.
I give it 2. I give him a 2.
Oh, we've broken Shooby. Oh, we brought him to
no
the
more
dark
Mr.
side.
Nice Guy.
No, but he's out for a while, so that endurance pushes it to a 2. So.
Oh, I mean, yes. Obviously, he's a 2 this week. I agree. He's a 2. We adore him. That smile is amazing. They gave us another reminder that he could not walk as a child and that he's been through a lot. And the fact that he can swim and provide and catch fish for everyone is a wonderful thing. We love it for you, Ryan. But the fact that he is like, hey, so we have the vote, so I can go, and like just leaves. That's not playing Survivor. That's hilarious. And he came back with 22 fish or something like that, 21 fish. Okay, that sounds amazing. And I know y'all are hungry, but that's extravagant. That's so many. Like, cut it in half. Go out. Not even. I say go out for an hour, whatever you get in 1 hour, but like 2 hours max. Come back, check in on the conversation. There's no way he wins with this strategy. Although you have a good point. Like, if he sits next to Cody and Cody made everybody mad, maybe you do give it to the sweet provider. But maybe he's also not someone that you drag to the end. I don't think. I think you feel safe to keep him in the game because I think they know, yeah, he's strong physically for competitions, but he's not strong strategically. So let's keep him in as a meat shield for a little bit. I get that. I get that why Carla would be like, yeah, it's fine to have him in. But no, I think they're still going to take him out by like 5. I don't think he's going to make it past top 5. So
he has no pull. Like, I just don't see him, and he doesn't have any direction, right? So sometimes, like, I want to see players carving out their path, like being like, okay, I need to get this person out and this person out and this person out, and to put me in a better position. I just don't see him doing any of that. He's just allowing himself to be just taken along, and so yeah, I can't really reward him with many dice for that reason.
But the audience says 2 as well. So we are all across the board too. Yep. We love you, Ryan, but ever since you threw that competition on purpose, it's just
he got some high scores at the beginning.
Yes. No. All right. Our last one here is for you to start us out, Shooby. It is Sami.
I think Sammy's. I like him. He's really funny, and I think I give him this. He had a lot of courage and confidence to go to that many players and say, like, hey, we should not be voting out Janine. I don't want to do this. Let's go vote out someone else. I think he's playing with a lot of confidence, and he is playing the game where, personally, I feel like he won't have any regrets when he gets voted, if he gets voted out. Wow. I think he's playing very confident and he's not holding back. I think ultimately, I'm not sure, just based on what happened there, maybe he felt like he had the votes, and then at the end, there were just some people that didn't want to, so he felt like picking battles. But I really like Sami. I like the confidence he's showing and the leadership. I think him and Owen can really make a good combo with like a 1-2 punch. But this vote definitely didn't help him with getting Janine out, because I felt like if he had Janine, they would have had 4 strong, and Sami could have gotten a couple more people to get out some of the big players. But I think Sami and Owen are going to have to make some big moves to kind of get back on the right side against this. But I'm going to give him a 4 just because Janine was on his side, so it wasn't the greatest vote for him. But I really loved his confidence, and so. Yeah. And he's 19, by the way. Isn't he like 19 there?
He is 19. Yeah. I love Sami. I have talked up Sami a lot. My co-host David, Sami was his first round draft pick, and we all made fun of him, and we were like, "What are you doing?" And then, like episode 1 or 2, we were like in it. We were like, "Yeah, Sami's hilarious. I love his commentary. He is such a fun part of this edit." And I love that he's the one this week that's like, we have got to make a move. Like, let's win. We're not sitting pretty. He's very aware of his position of the 7, where he fits in to that. And that's very smart of him. I love where his head's at. But the fact that it didn't work out for him, and he ultimately decided it was best to just go with the group, right? He did his suggestion. He didn't fight too hard. They went the other way. And, he was like, oh, okay, great. So he still looks like he's a team player. He didn't push too hard. I get that. But it didn't need to be that, right? He didn't need to ask everyone if they were on board for this. He could have just gotten Cassidy. They only needed 1 vote. Cassidy is clearly wanting to jump over and vote Ryan out. All they had to do was talk to Cassidy and get her vote, blindside the rest, or get Noel to play her, steal a vote. All they had to do was make some move to make it happen. So I'm a little worried that Sami still wanted to play with the group. Oh, we can't make it happen. So I'm almost concerned that he's all talk and isn't going to actually be able to make a move. So I'm giving him a 3 this week for great idea, but worried that you're not actually going to implement moves here.
Interesting. So I think Sami said, this is where good players survive and great players thrive. And so when he said that, I was like, yes, Sami, make this move happen. I loved how he goes and talks to Carla, and he says it in a way like, is that something that you'd be on board with? And he wasn't being too aggressive about it. And like knowing that Ryan would have been on her original tribe. Like, I thought that he did a really great job with approaching people with this potential flip on the vote. And I thought that he had pulled it off. And I was really happy for him, because I was like, with that quote and pulling off that move, that could have been a game winning combination.
Right.
But then when it didn't go through, and then he voted the other way, I was like, what happened? So it could be a case of Survivor not giving us the full story, and then we'll figure it out next week, which I'm kind of irritated by, because I would like to know why he didn't vote that way, or how it was all so easily changed when they could have still made it happen. But I'm worried now, though, that him not having this to go through, people be like, oh wait, he was able to really convince a whole bunch of us to kind of flipped and shift. Like, maybe we shouldn't tell him everything, or maybe he's not going to be as much in the know. So I do worry for him a little bit now, more so going over. And that's a good point that you've made, that maybe he's all talk but no action. Like, maybe he just doesn't really actually have the bite in the end. He is a Libra. Libra don't necessarily want to cause any waves, right? They're going to be like, I don't know if I want to have any arguments or dissensions in the group. And so, and he might have chickened out. So I worry for him long term. But I do think that the fact that he did so well with almost getting through with this plan, I'm going to be a little bit higher than you this week, Sarah. I'm going to give Sami a 4. I thought that this week it was still pretty strong. And for like 85% of this week, I thought that he was going to be getting a 5, and then the vote didn't go through. And I was like, okay, so you're going to take you down to a 4. So
yeah.
4.
Shuby, you gave him a 4, right?
Yeah, 4.
Okay. For some reason, I questioned myself. Well, the audience also gave him a 4. So he is going to average out at 4. I mean, I really like his relationship with Cody. I think that they're becoming closer, and somebody commented on the last video, maybe, that there was someone in Hawaii who ran into Cody and Sami together in Hawaii.
Wow.
Recently postseason, which made me think, oh wow, maybe they really are genuinely friends, because I kind of see them talking and bonding. So I wonder if, I mean, I love him with Owen, but I wonder if a Cody Sami thing is going to happen versus a Jesse Carla thing. And then maybe Owen just emerges in the middle. I don't know. But those seem to be all the winner contenders in my brain when we were talking about possible winners.
Yeah, well, yeah, my winner contenders are right now Cody, Jesse, Owen, and maybe Sami could squeak one out. Like
And Carla.
And Carla, of course, yes.
Yeah.
All the 5s, and I guess all the 4s from me.
Yeah, we got 3 5s. Is that right? We got Cody, we got Jesse, we got Carla. Yeah, 3 5s today. Very impressive for a weak sauce episode. I mean, the episode wasn't weak. The vote out was questionable.
I was like,
disappointing.
Darn it.
For that. We love a bromance. Yeah, the fact that he's a Libra, of course he had to go talk to everybody about it then. He wasn't going to just make a big move.
Yeah. It was
weigh the options.
It was kind of like Ellie, right? When Ellie talked to everyone also about the vote. But I do think Sami could, just going back to that, he might, just because he did kind of pull the move on Ellie. So I could see him, especially if he teams up with Cody, that would be interesting. Because they're both, I feel like they're both not, it'll be interesting to see if that happens. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
I'd be here for it. I think that their energy would be really interesting together.
Yeah. Just hope Owen survives that if that happens.
Ooh. Well,
yeah, right?
I mean, they're going to have to get out. I think James is going to have to go for Owen to stick around.
I think James is going soon. Shooby, did you say who you thought was winning or who you want to win?
Yeah, I mean, I think Owen could win. I think Jesse could win. I think Carla could win. I'm also going to say Cassidy. I think, I don't know, that line just stuck out to me where she's like, everyone, you have all these big characters who are going to be saying all this stuff so loudly with their chest out. And she was like, I'm going to come say it really chill and relaxing. So I think she could come out of like left field and just start to like slowly make like intricate moves to win. But I wouldn't say like she's the number one winner pick, but I'd put her up there. But yeah, I was going to say Cody, but I don't know. I just see Cody getting taken out right before the end by people, and he'll get fired out, like the fire thing. But Owen or Jesse, when I think about it, I would say Owen or Jesse.
Yeah. We do have a finale date for Survivor. It is
14th, I think.
The 14th. It's like 13, 14, somewhere in there. Yeah. Oh, you think Ryan could win? Did you just say that?
No, I just think he's
Ryan, and
he's good at fishing, and he's getting a lot of fish. So I think if he sits at the end,
or be a 0 vote finalist, that someone else said in the
chat.
I
think he could get to the finals, and he could play the human aspect, and it could be an anti-vote for Ryan, right? And Ryan just pulls it out. So
I agree. If he gets to the end, I think it's a possibility.
And the fish are tangible. You can count how many fish there were. You know what I mean? So, that's right. Like on the res, yeah.
That's right. All right. Well, this was amazing. This was hilarious. This was fun. Shooby, thank you so much for joining us. Is there anything you want to promote to the peoples? Tell them where to follow you. What's going on in your life?
No, I just want to say it's super, Sarah, it's so great. It feels like, especially because I remember watching you years ago. So this is great to join you and Chantele. Thank you both so much for having me. And yeah, thanks everyone who watched. It's so cool to talk with all of you about this stuff. And I hope everyone has a happy holiday season. So
holidays coming up. I can't believe it. It's my birthday month.
Oh, happy early birthday.
Oh, it's coming up. It's the end of the month.
Tomorrow?
It's the 30th. No. I celebrate all month long because it's the last day of the month. Okay. So
I do half year.
Yeah. Wait, what's your sign? When's your birthday? We have to do. We have
I'm August. A Leo.
Leo, yes. When's your birthday?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
What is it? August what?
August 16th. So
August 16th. Leo. All right.
We love Leos here.
Oh, we do.
Oh, great. I got nervous.
Oh, no.
Leos.
I feel like Leos are like, No.
I mean, all of our signs get a bad rap.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what are you both?
I'm Aquarius.
I'm a Sagittarius. She's Aquarius. So you and I are both fire signs. So I get it.
Yeah.
Not everybody gets us. I get it.
But I do because I'm an air sign.
That's right. Yes. And we love David's a Leo, Shafika's a Leo. We love Leos.
Oh, nice.
My half birthday is in Leo season. So July 25th would be my half birthday. So
Oh, cool.
I definitely celebrate in the Leo era in the summer.
Means a lot. I love that.
Wait, I don't know my half birthday. What are we talking about here? We do half birthdays?
Yeah, what's the Gemini equivalent? So what's the
I thought I was. Oh, never mind. I was thinking when I got
so it's
conceived. I
November.
was like, I'm a Valentine baby. My parents were doing it.
No, then you're Scorpio. Are you crazy?
No, it is. It's also, I'm right after Scorpio.
Oh, right. So it could be.
Yeah.
So okay. So November is your birthday. So December, January, February, March, April.
May.
So May. So May 30th is your half birthday.
All right, guys. Cool. Now I know.
Right? In Gemini.
No, I'll party. No, Gemini season isn't fun for me. So
it's beginning of summer.
Everything opposes my stellium. It's not fun.
Oh, fair. Oh, and you don't care about summer because you live in a summer all year round type place.
All year round. That's right. That's right. California, baby.
Yeah.
Canada.
Oh, there's by the way, I don't know if you guys heard, there's Survivor finale parties for anyone who's watching also over here. Lauren Ashley Beck, she was on a couple seasons ago. She's throwing a big party. So if you guys are in town, definitely come to that. It'll be super fun.
That's right. I think Wendell is coming in.
They're both the same day. So I'm gonna go both. You guys should all go both. Everyone should go both.
Oh, wow. Should I make a trip to?
You should.
I didn't know that they were separate parties. Oh no.
Yeah, they're both. So I was gonna go to both, but yeah, everyone should go to.
Are they gonna be close by?
They're probably both in West Hollywood, probably.
Okay.
It's yeah.
And Ozza is gonna have a birthday party the night before, apparently.
Oh, cool.
So that whole week is gonna be fire down
I
here.
wish one of theirs was on another day, then 3 days. That'd be so fun. Back to
I can't believe they're both doing a party. That's
finale party. That's frustrating because which the Survivor players are going to go to. Some are going to go to Wendell's and some are going to Lauren's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're the same day. I'd have to check it again. But,
yeah.
Well, they must be if it's the finale, right?
Yeah.
I think December 14th, something like that.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, party it up. Everyone come to LA.
Yeah.
Let's do a party. I'm going to do a live show next year. So giving everyone a heads up. Yeah. I'm going to do it in LA.
Fun. I'll come. I'll make, if you tell me what it is in advance, I'll make it happen.
I got to pick a date so that I can just announce it to everybody because that's been my goal and I'm setting it for 2023. They announced the Survivor 44 premiere date is March 1st. They announced that today.
Nice.
So I'll try to now plan it along the Survivor seasons.
Is that returnees? I know it's a little early, but is that?
No.
I don't think so.
Similar to this season, I would say.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, cool. They'll probably they did it back to back, didn't they? Just like they did 41 and 42.
Oh, nice.
Silliness. Nice. Any Circle news lately? Do we know about any seasons coming up?
No, I haven't heard of anything.
I haven't either.
I liked season 4 was so good though. I love that. That one was so good.
Yeah, it was. Great. I couldn't tell you.
I forgot about who was on
I forgot.
But already. I did watch it.
Wait, who won?
Well, Frank won. It was like
yes.
Alyssa Brew. They were good season.
It is.
Frank again? Who's Frank again? Oh my god.
Yeah. He's here in LA, right?
I think.
Oh, Frank. Got it. Okay, I remember.
I think Frank's in New York, but I'm not sure. I have to check that. I don't know.
Oh, he was so cute. I cried for him. I remember now.
Oh, yeah, he's great. Yeah, good season.
It was. It was a good season. Oh yeah, there was Australian Survivor news. Haley is coming back as a hero. George is coming back as a villain. Holy moly.
I was going to send you that post and you'd already made a story about it. I was like, okay, I don't need to send that to you.
Oh my God. So I was like already, of course, going to watch, but now I'm going to lose my mind watching. So excited. Yes, of course. Absolutely. Is it in January? Do we have dates? I missed that. So let me know the dates, but yes, I'm gonna cover it for sure. All right, Chantele, is there anything else you need to tell the people?
Nothing specific. Subscribe to Reality Realness with 3 S's. Ring the bell. I go live all the time, talking about all your favorite shows, doing a lot of things. So yeah, just hang out with me on my YouTube channel.
Yay. All right, you guys have a wonderful night. Just a heads up, David is out of town. I'm redoing my schedule, so make sure you've hit that bell, get your notifications because my schedule is all sorts of wonky. Speaking of, I'm going live in 30 minutes with James to recap last week's amazing race. That's how wonky it is. So yeah, stay subscribed and stay watching, all that good stuff. Okay, see you later, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Everyone.